"Come and get it, Mr. Mouse," the old woman said. "Come get this nice piece of cheese." The mouse, a hungry-looking stray from the woods out back, cast a skittish glance up at Parker, while Eugenia lifted the cane as far up in the air as her arthritic limbs allowed. Just a little closer. He remembered timeless afternoons of his childhood planted on her lap, listening to tales of witch trials and capsized whaling boats. Happy and relieved by her ongoing presence, he cried out, "Eugenia, look who's here." At the sound of his voice, she twitched in the rocker. The cane struck empty floor. Gone with cheese was the field mouse. "It's me," he said. He came over and hugged her, smelling lilac and wrinkled flesh. "Parker." She blinked at the floor. "Parker," she said, as if addressing the vanished field mouse. His name sounded odd and foreign when she said it, even to him. Kneeling, he took hold of her hands, cool, vulnerable, like pressing dead leaves, and squeezed. First, he had to get her attention. "Yes, remember me? I've been away for a while." "Of course I remember." Eugenia wore a hearing aid and talked loudly. "You live around here, don't you?" "No, but I used to. I used to live right here." How old was she now, he wondered? 80, 85? There was still a sneak thief's wicked glint in her eye. "You're the one who set fire to the Saltbox house," she said. "As I recalled, the entire estate went up in smoke." She sighed, patting her thin white hair in place and tugging the shawl close. Things were never the same after that. He gripped her hands, suddenly desperate to be recognized. "Remember when I was little," he said, "we used to catch fireflies outside and bring them in to show you. What about the time I came to the table with a bullfrog and it hopped in the salad bowl in the cranberry sauce?" He paused, a lump of ungainly proportions lodged in his throat. "Remember?" Eugenia appeared to smile, fragmentary molars dotting her open mouth. "Fireflies? Cranberry sauce?" "That's right. Come here to me." Folded in her skeletal embrace, Parker felt certain at last that he'd done the right thing coming home. This house, this family, it felt good to be back. From the hall came sounds of arrival, a dog's bark, the front door opening, wet boots crunching on the floor. He thought, "I know that bark." A deep voice thundered down the hall like rolling artillery fire. "Hey, where is everybody?" It was Burke. Another wave of joy washed over him. This was going much better than expected, seeing family members one at a time instead of the chaos of everyone at once. As he turned to the doorway, he felt clear-headed and pure of heart for the first time in many years. "Eugenia knows me," he thought. "The rest is easy." Behind his back, however, the object of his inspiration let out a deafening howl. "Burke, come quick, I need you." Turning again, he narrowly avoided the cane as it splintered the lip of the pool table. He grabbed her frail shoulders to calm her, but this only prompted a longer, tooth-grinding scream. "Help! Help! He's starting another fire!" From the hall came the booming artillery voice. "What the hell is going on?" Parker saw Ajax first, a chocolate lab retriever grown old and white around the muzzle. Then his stepfather in brush pants, hip boots, and plaid hunting vest, a Remington 12-gauge shotgun at his side. There were new wrinkles in his face, and his head was completely bald now, but he appeared as tall and thick-muscled as ever. Peering through the dense shadows at the bearded intruder poised above his dear old mother. "Well," Parker grinned foolishly, "I bet this is a surprise. Look out, he's got matches." Time abruptly slowed down, or it seemed like that in his muddled perceptions. It seemed to take Burke forever to raise the shotgun and aim eye level with him across the den. Parker stared, unable to move, less from fear than disbelief. "Wait a minute," he said. "Hurry," Eugenia cried, "save the estate," and delivered a preemptive strike with a cane, a stinging blow to the base of his spine that sent him reeling against the pool table. There was a flash of light and sound. He thudded headfirst onto the floor as inches from his face the window exploded, showering him with plaster and glass confetti. A long time passed before he realized, "I'm not dead." Ajax snarled at him through the legs of the pool table, and footsteps were coming closer. The sound he imagined death might make, stopping you on the street, tapping your shoulder to say, "Today's your lucky day." Still, he knew it was better being upright for whatever came next. He stood, took in an overwhelming smell of dust and gunpowder residue. The ceiling wobbled. Something hard and warm pressed against his chest. He looked down at the steel barrels, then up into Burke's florid face. He said his name. He could hear himself saying it. Nothing came out. Now, at the point of death, Parker felt wronged and offended. This wasn't the homecoming he'd expected, the grand family dinner and afterwards sitting by the fire, catching up on old times. He closed his eyes, heard the seductive click of the trigger. Now there would be no family dinner, no nights with bullfrogs and shooting stars. You know, he heard a timid voice say, "That's not the one with the matches. That's... He opened his eyes as Burke's face creased with recognition, giving way to a reluctant smile. The killing edge still lit his cool blue eyes, shaded now, Parker could see, by a trace of disappointment. Welcome home, son. Thank you.